Happy Friday, everybody. Man, I tell you what, I don't even know if I need an introduction. We're here to talk with Dailey Vincent. I've got Darren Vincent with us. Look at this gorgeous, I mean, the view back here on a Friday morning. He's got an amazing view this morning. Look at that.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's beautiful. You guys are out on the road for your Christmas tour. Tell us where you're at right now.
We are in Hiawassee, Georgia at the Georgia Mountain Fair. We got a 2-day event down here. We always host. It's called, we used to call it Land Fest down here in Hiawassee. And we're starting our Christmas show here. We're coming to Franklin, Tennessee on the 7th of December. But we're getting started down here tonight with Dailey Vincent and Colin Ray, Aaron Tippin. Tomorrow night down here at Georgia will be the Isaacs, the Hoppers, and us. So good way to start Christmas.
I know. So you guys have, you're no stranger to Franklin Theater because you guys have done a lot of things there. You've have a show that you have filmed there at certain times, and you always seem to come back at least once a year to do your own performance. So what is it like coming back again for this Christmas show?
Well, we love the Franklin Theater, and of course, we love Middle Tennessee down there it's really exciting. We're going to have a lot of our friends and a lot of people that we know, and to come back and just share Christmas music and tell stories and just be in Franklin, which we say, like you said, home again. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart, and Jamie and I love to come there, and we're really looking forward to being there with you all.
Yeah, so you mentioned a little bit about the show. There's going to be Christmas songs. Tell me a few that you thought had to be in the show this year.
Wow. Well, we did a Christmas record a couple years ago that was in Cracker Barrel Old Country Store called The Sounds of Christmas, Dailey Vincent. And we're going to be doing a lot of songs from that. But Mary Did You Know is a staple in our show that we do. The duet that I did with Dolly Parton called Road to Bethlehem that Jimmy Fortune wrote. We got to put that in there. And, of course, we have the favorites of Frosty the Snowman, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and things like that. And we had some of our newer music. We got a new record out called Let's Sing Some Country. And we have taken to play some ideas from Ricky's when I was with Ricky Skaggs for those 11 years. We did Christmas shows. And during the show, people would say, we want to hear some bluegrass. And so Jimmy Mills would grab the 5-string banjo and we just rip a couple of bluegrass numbers for him. So we do those during the show. We add other songs besides Christmas songs, but the bulk of the show will be Christmas music. And if you've never been to the Franklin, you need to come. The sound is really, really incredible there. It's very intimate, and it's a wonderful place to see a show and be up close to us. And it's a great place to play.
Yes. You mentioned one of my favorite artists that you did a duet with Dolly. I mean, I have to know, what was that like to record a duet with Dolly? She's everywhere lately. I mean, what's going on? She's just everywhere. You got lucky. You got on their list.
Well, we've been friends for many years, almost 30 years. Been on 13 of her records. And she said, I will sing with you if you ever bring me a song that makes sense and that would sound good together. And I sent her this one. It talks about Mary and Joseph going to Bethlehem, and she loved the song. And of course, she sang the second verse, and it's just I cried when they sent the vocal back, sent it to her producer Ken, and when she sent the vocal back, like I said, I wept and just cried, and I was so thankful. And she is so gracious, and to see her do so well, and she's an icon, of course, a Grand Ole Opry member as well as us, and she's just been so good to my sister Dailey Vincent. I'm sure everybody knows her, but she's been so good to us and our family, and it's just been a blessing.
Well, she's pretty amazing, and now I forgot about that song. As soon as we get done, I'm going to go listen to it because I can't get enough Dolly. Are there anything you want to do when you come back to Franklin before the show? Like, I'm sure because you've spent so much time here, there's certain things that you're like, man, when we go back, I got to do that.
Well, I know they cater our food, but there's a place in the back alley where we park. I can't remember the restaurant across to the left after you come out of the door. But us and the band always love to go over there and enjoy their food. They've got some of the best food. in Franklin, Tennessee. If you've never been there, it's just a beautiful place to visit, and they got great food, great people, great service, and then you come to the Franklin Theater and see hopefully some great music and some laughs.
I'm pretty
And
sure that's gonna happen. So I
yeah,
think
it's just it's a wonderful place, and we're so excited to be there.
well, we're excited to see you. Before we go, you did mention your album that came out this year. You guys are kind of known for bluegrass, but you kind of went country on us with your last album.
We did something that Jamie and myself wanted to do for many years is do an all country record, but not try to go so far away from our roots because we're very traditional bluegrass sounding, and that's where our DNA. But we teamed up with Paul Worley, who produced a lot of hits for Lady Antebellum, the Dixie Chicks, and many others. He's had hits for generations. And anyway, he really brought a lot of the newer sounds to the roots music that we do, and we just it's just a great record. Got a lot of songs on there and a lot of guests. 7 new songs, I believe, and we've got guest artists with us as my sister Rhonda Vincent, Jimmy Fortune, Jay Coote of the Voice, who won that. Allison Krauss is singing on with us, and Vince Gill. He didn't sing, but he played guitar, and he wrote 3 songs on our record that we recorded. So we've got and we're all friends and buddies, and just it was wonderful having all of our friends on this record, and it's just I don't know, I'm being partial, but it's so good. And if anybody wants to go to daileyvincent.com, and that's DAILEY, daileyvincent.com, and pick one up. It's called Let's Sing Some Country.
There you go. I mean, how can you go wrong with Vince Gill? He's an amazing overall artist, like vocals, musician. I mean, he can do it all.
And he just went into the Musicians Hall of Fame, I guess, last week.
Yes.
He was at the Grand Ole Opry. We played the Grand Ole Opry Tuesday night of this week. And we were all sitting back there. And, of course, he was in Mr. Acuff's dressing room #1. And went in there. I just wanted to hug him and tell him I loved him. And he said, "Hey, sit down here and let's just shoot the breeze for a while." And the next thing I know, we were sitting there and the room just filled up, and we were just in there telling stories and laughing and just having a good time. And I think the Grand Ole Opry is the only place that you can get that kind of camaraderie with people and just a loving feeling. And you never see these people a lot, but when you come to the Grand Ole Opry, you get to see everybody. Carl Jackson was there, who used to play with Glenn Campbell, and man, we were having such a great time backstage, just being a big family, and so it was fun. And of course, Vince just walked out on stage, and people love him always.
And you know the thing, I've had the opportunity to be backstage a few times. It is so amazing. It's like a little mini family reunion. Everybody's talking. They're standing in the halls talking. They go from dressing room to dressing room. If the door's
Yep.
open, you know, people are welcoming you into their dressing room to talk and chat. And it is so interesting to see because I've never seen that before.
You know what I love is some of the younger artists that come, and I'm not going to rat them out, but they come and shut the door. But you have I'm serious, and you have your mega artists like Vince Gill, Trace Atkins, and people like that who have had a huge career and really they've saved country music and for generations. But they have their door open. They're loving. They welcome people in. Even people just, can I get Mr. Gill? Can I get a picture?
Yeah.
He comes up. They come over there, and he is so gracious and asks where they're from. And it's just, I told him when I left, I said, when I grow up, I want to be exactly like you. And of course, I'm really short. And he said, well, we know that's never going to happen.
Well, I think you're on your way in some ways. You're never going to be as tall as him, but that's okay. Yes, it was such an amazing experience. If you guys ever get a chance to at least do a tour, I mean, it is such a special place. There's so much history in those walls. If the walls could talk, as they would say.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Well, we will see you in Franklin Wednesday, December 7th. There's still a few tickets left at the Franklin Theater. You guys have fun tonight. Enjoy that view behind you because, I mean, yeah, love that.
I got my mama here. My sister just got here in town. She did the Grand Ole Opry last night. So we're going to have a big time today down in Hiwassee at the Georgia Mountain Fair. So anyway, come see us December the 7th. I think it's a 7:30 or 7 o'clock show. But get your tickets. Come be with us. You're going to have a lot of fun.
Perfect. All right. Thanks. Have a great day. Thanks for taking time out on your tour to talk to us.
My pleasure.
See you soon.